significant size. I don't know what size specifically it is, but it's of a larger capacity than what we're talking about on the entire sheet of paper with 6 lagoons plus a 100,000-gallon tank.
And it stinks. We walked there the other day. It stinks.
Well, Tony,
And contractors aren't going to haul to it either.
I've walked by there.
It's down on the observatory road.
It's off the road.
It's not.
I smell it at my house.
And they have to have it because they have a large, you know,
This is not a
number of
have
people
to.
that work there. Greenbank doesn't need it.
Okay.
Observatory has to
Well,
have theirs.
my experience with the observatories, and I've walked back there and ridden bikes back there and worked there for some time. Been past there, you know, tens of times, 100 times.
But you're downwind if you're walking down the road.
And they take the tour buses too, and I've been all around the backside of the property there too, walked around lagoons.
Buses are air conditioned.
So there is that facility that exists pretty well, I would say. But your comments are well stated.
You can talk all day long, that stuff stinks. You're never going to convince me of anything else.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to be graphic, but
David, the NRAO is owned.
I'm going to go to the next speaker, if that's okay. And you'll have a chance to talk when I get through the name. Tony Bird.
I've got a thing here out of a local paper today, the Charleston Gazette. Guys, this is our government. This says West Virginia gets a D+ for openness, for letting the people know what's going on. Well, I'm going to talk about that. Okay, this was today's paper, seriously. We got 5 petitions right now in Pocahontas County, letting people know, going around with over 100+ signatures, brand new signatures, against giving this land to Greenbrier Valley, then passed on to Mr. Mack or anybody without money coming or staying in our county and us having approval about it. Okay? So far, our Northern County Commissioner, but what the people are telling me, because I'm going out there talking to them and I'm asking them questions, says that our county commissioner from the northern end of the county don't have a D+, he's got an F. They haven't talked to him, they haven't seen him. And the other guy on the board, Xvid or whatever it is down there, he don't go out and talk to people. I can tell you right now, he stays in his shop and sells cars. Okay, they're not asking people in Greenbank. Have they been to your house, Mark?
No.
And you're living right there.
I live right in the middle.
Okay, haven't been to your house? No, I guarantee you. Okay, they don't care about us, the people. They care. They think they're saying we care for jobs. Well, they're not caring for jobs because they're not hiring anymore. Okay, I mean, we had that from the horse's mouth. Not one more employee, guys. Okay, now openness and communication with the people. His constituents, wouldn't you believe that some of these people would come and talk to you? Any questions about that? I believe that if I was a county commissioner, which I don't want to ever be, I'd be out talking to the people and saying, hey, do you want this land to go to for this or for that? And I'd ask everybody. I wouldn't just stop and say, hey, Mr. Sheets, or hey, Mr. Mack, or hey, one of the employees, or whatever. It doesn't matter. I'd ask people that live there. Okay? We elected you, Mr.
I'm going to stop you just for a moment there. Your charge that I don't care for us, that's just out of line.
I'm telling you what, people...
I've talked with a lot of people. And
well, I've got
talked
signatures,
with you
sir.
several times.
I've got 100+ signatures. Now, but the way I get in touch with you...
Mr. Bird, I've talked with many people on the phone and email, more than you can imagine.
Well, that's got to be through an answering machine.
Too.
I don't believe that.
It's got to be an answering machine because anybody calls
just
you...
Just because you don't agree with me doesn't mean I haven't heard you.
No, I haven't.
There are some people I've talked to
I didn't say
that have agreed. So let's tone down the insolent language a little bit, please.
Well, I'm telling you what the people are telling me.
And this is a state report on transparency and openness.
Right.
This county commission has gone out of its way to post agendas, information on the website.
Right.
With return calls, emails, gotten in touch with people.
Right.
This is state government. I give this county commission a much higher grade on openness and transparency.
We don't. The people don't.
I talk to people. I've emailed, put on the agenda the GVDC meeting date.
Any of these people?
Nothing from you.
Any of these people in here? How many people are computer illiterate? I'm one of them. I don't have a computer. Okay? But I have a door and I have a phone.
Mr. Bird, I've returned many of your calls, spoken to you many times. So it's unfair for you to say I haven't talked with you. I've talked
No, I didn't say you haven't talked to us about this. Nobody talked to me about this. Okay? Nobody, not one person.
This report you publish here is on openness.
Not
of
me,
state
that was in the
government.
Poconos.
That you provided us is
Charles
on the
Gazette.
openness of state government.
Right. Well,
Oh, that
but
goes
we're not, but what I'm doing is
all
showing you, we knew nothing until the day before about this, and we couldn't get enough signatures or enough people down here, like he said they were. We couldn't bring the people. We wanted you to know what your constituents have to say, and I'm asking them, and people are telling me this, okay? It says, Mr. Fleming, you fought to keep the sewage treatment plant off the Sharp Farm for Mr. Shipley, the SD guy. Okay, he's the president over there. But now you want to help Mr. Meck put sewage from Snowshoe, our county, and Highland County right in Greenbank. Well, what, we don't understand that. The people up there are asking me, I mean, I'm talking to people that are 80, 50, 60, 70, all kinds of different ages. They can't believe that you fought for him and you give here.
Mr. Byrd, there's quite a distinction between the two matters. That was a case of eminent domain. This is a case of county-owned land and the responsibility the county commission has to promote economic development on the land that is deeded for economic development.
Right.
Very big difference.
Right, but
Also,
who owns the land?
County.
Not the county
owns.
commission, the people of the county.
Yes.
Okay, how come the people of the county have not been asked or talked to?
They have been, Mr. Byrd, and your allegation is false.
Well, I've got signatures right here. I can point them out to you. I'll be glad to give them to you. He's got them, and I've got them, and he's got them. Okay, and what are people saying to you, Mr. Max?
Yeah. Let's not have a question.
Well, wait a
and answer
minute.
with the
Okay,
other
I'll ask you later. But I talked.
I want to say one thing at a time. I look around this room, and I've talked to several of y'all, and there's not one single person in here that has ever called me. I maybe didn't call you back that day because I work a lot.
Exactly.
But there's not one person in here that's called me and left me a message that I did not return your call. Have you called me?
No, isn't he my representative?
Right.
Well, he may be,
I
but
returned
Okay,
your call with
yeah,
the
I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying he's my representative.
right.
So to me, again, Greenbank, you live in the southern end and you're going to decide for me what we're putting up there? I mean, I'm just saying, I called him because that is my conduit. I mean, I'd have called all three of you had I known that's what you want me to do.
Well, I
recommend
just don't
you
want
that
it
you
to
call
get
all
out.
three of us.
Well,
Yeah,
people,
one of us or
people
none of us returns calls, because I
Well, I
return
didn't
every
say-
single call as soon as I
Commissioner
can.
McNally,
Yeah.
you left a message for me as well.
But after you voted is when you called it. You didn't
That's
come
fine.
beforehand. You didn't say, hey,
We didn't
this
have-
is what we're thinking about doing.
Okay.
We did not have any opportunities to call
Yeah,
anybody.
Okay,
Until after you
I'll
made
get back and we'll let Mr. Byrd get in.
I talked to Mr. Walker, and he said he had talked to some people in favor. Okay? And I said, yes, I've talked to some. They're his employees and suppliers. Okay? And he said, no, there was a thank you note and stuff, and they gave me a guy's name. I didn't know the guy's name. Turns out he works for Mr. Meck also. Okay, does work for Mr. Meck also. But I haven't talked to one person
Mr. Byrd.
in the town.
You're just going to have to understand that it is truthful when I tell you that people have talked to me who are outside of the organization and within the community of Greenbank. And just as I hold your communications with me confidential, I hold theirs as well. And I'm not going to tell you the names of everyone I've talked to.
Well, I've got a petition for almost door to door in Greenbank. I could hear you, and it's like leaving a message. I'm not getting anywhere. It's not going through. The people door to door.
Mr. Byrd, you're getting through very well, and I appreciate your comments. But the point is that we have a responsibility to make a decision based on all the information and the input that comes to us. And I can see that you don't agree with the decision I've made. Yet that is it. And at this point, that's the way it's proceeding. So it's not fair for you to sit here and make accusations of the
Well, I
nature
didn't
that
make
I
any-
don't care for us.
No. I said
So,
but you're
that's
not
how
backing
far.
the people, the majority. The majority of the people. I mean, if I have 500 signatures and you have 30 people, what's the majority there?
Mr. Byrd,
Yeah.
my job is to make the best decision I can, given
For the majority.
for the issue at hand, given the input of the people, and for the nature of the issue at hand. Do you have any more comments?
No, sir.